The Earth may finally experience some world peace because the Minecraft movie starring Jason Momoa and Jack Black has finally blessed this great planet. So I wanted to give my thoughts and a spoiler review and also break down the end credit scene. What is going on, guys? My name is Chubbs, and I made this channel to basically talk about all my interests, mainly movies, TV shows, give my thoughts and opinions on things, recent events. So if you guys are interested and you enjoy the content, make sure to like this video and subscribe. And let's talk about the Minecraft movie. I did think that this movie was pretty good overall. There were some issues that I had with it, which I'll get into later on. The cast I thought was great. This movie, again, did star Jason Momoa as Garrett the Garbage Man, as well as Jack Black, who played Steve. And I thought that these two characters together worked very, very well. And they, by far, were the best parts of the movie just because of all the comedic scenes that they had. One of the funniest ones that I thought personally, and my theater thought as well, was when they were flying and they were trying to escape all the monsters. Then they had to go through basically a hole in the mountain. So they did what was called the man sandwich. I thought that that was so funny. And then afterwards, in order to save their fall, if you're a fan of Minecraft, you would understand this. But Jack Black uses the water to basically catch their fall. It makes zero sense if you have no idea what Minecraft is. But for those who are fans of the game, you know, that scene I thought was just really funny and really well done. I think that Jason Momoa definitely needs to do more comedy movies. I think this might be the first one that I've seen him do. And then Jack Black is just classic Jack Black. There's nothing really new with him. And then him with Jason Momoa I thought was really great. The child actor's name is Sebastian Hansen. I thought that he did fine. Nothing really wowed me from the acting or as well as his character. He plays like the sort of Minecraft kid in real life, just outcast, very nerdy, and very creative person overall. And then we have the female actresses, Danielle Brooks, who plays Dawn the realtor, and then Emma Myers, who plays Natalie, and she's Henry's older sister. It was quite unfortunate because they basically separated the female characters from the guys in for most of the movie. They didn't reunite until pretty close to the end. And I didn't think that the female scenes when they were together were as funny. Most of the time, the realtor lady, she was just making butt jokes the entire time, which I didn't find very funny at all. And yeah, it was quite unfortunate because I just wanted them to go back to Steve and Garrett, who were the most funny of the movie. And so that was quite unfortunate. No hate on the actresses themselves, just the writing between them was not as funny and compelling to me as Steve and Garrett. And like I mentioned previous, this is a movie made for children and for people who are fans of Minecraft. So if you're not if you don't know the Minecraft lore or anything like that, and there was some stuff in this movie that I didn't know that was from the game. And so if you're not a fan of the game, there was probably a lot of things that just went over your head, but they also did not do a good job of explaining some of the stuff as well, which I'll get into. I did like all the sound effects that they had. It was all from the game, so I was really pleased that they put all those stuff in there. It was really cool to see up on the big screen. There was one moment where Steve is mining diamonds, and I thought that that scene was pretty cool. It was just, you know, fun to see something you do in Minecraft in real life. I thought that that was fun. Also, seeing them build, it was super silly and goofy because, you know, they're just pointing at the ground and the blocks are appearing. It looks really dumb, but again, if you just play the game, you understand that that's exactly what you do. And if you're, you know, seeing it from the outside perspective, it looks dumb. You know, you can't really knock on it because because that's exactly what you do in the game. So it's just really funny to look at. They did have the mine carts and the redstone, so that was really cool to see, I thought. Some parts, again, did not make any sense at all. One of them was the Woodland Mansion scene. So they're, you know, they're trying to make their way to the Woodland Mansion because they need to get another Earth box for the Tesseract, or the orb that they call it. I just call it the Tesseract from the Marvel movies because that's exactly what it looked like. So they have to go there in order to get it. This was one of the things that I did not know was in the game originally. I just had no idea that the Woodland Mansions was in the game. I'd never been there in the game at all. But they basically arrive, and then it cuts to a scene of Garrett and Steve doing a musical number for the gray evil villager people that are protecting this box. And again, it just made zero sense. And then Henry goes and looks for the box and everything while they're distracting. Um, and then even after that, it kind of just cuts to them at the fight scene between the chicken jockey and Garrett's character. So they just did a lot of cuts that didn't explain what was going on at all. And it's like they just appeared there. So I didn't like that at all. Did not explain anything for that scene, which was really frustrating. Also, I did not like the musical numbers. That was probably one of my least favorite parts. There's only, I think, like four of them, and they don't drag on for too long. They're pretty short, so I was really glad about that. And again, they're all done by Jack Black, obviously. But yeah, I those were some of my least favorite parts. I don't know if you guys liked them. The end scene made no sense at all. So basically, the Queen Pig Lady, who's the main villain, brings all of her forces into the overworld. And where she does that, the portal's kind of located right next to the village. And so at the same time that she's bringing them in, our heroes are devising this plan in order to stop her. There was just nothing logical about the end because by the time they're finished, doing everything for their grand plan that they just advised, it just didn't make a lot of sense because by the time they finished planning and did everything for this plan to stop her, they would have stormed the village by then. And so again, that just made zero sense. And then they have their big battle and everything. And so it was just like things like that. Like if you're a film critic, and I think the Rotten Tomatoes score of this movie is not great at all. But again, it's a kids movie. I wasn't expecting it to be some great film. It was just silly, really silly and goofy, and really just there for comedic purposes. But there were a lot of things that just made no sense at all. The CGI was pretty bad at times, mostly just the background CGI, because they actually did have a lot of physical props and stages that I'll get into in just a little bit. But the main one was the village. They actually built like a village set that they were walking on. All the buildings were real, and then the background just looked a little goofy. Also, some scenes where the characters are, it's just a shot of the characters in a green screen. Those looked pretty goofy as well. But I really, really enjoyed all the physical props that they had, mainly the swords. The diamond one looked really cool. I really liked the chicken that they had when they mixed the chicken and the lava, and Garrett was eating it, so he had a physical block of chicken there. That was really interesting. Something I really liked as well was Steve in the full diamond armor, and he was carrying the diamond sword as well. This scene was really funny. It was so stupid that it was funny just because it looked so goofy. I mean, it's literally just ripped straight from the game, and all that armor on Jack Black was just so silly. But I mean, you can't really knock on it because they're just bringing something from the game into the movie and not really changing it at all. And he did his like sneak attack to try to take down the villain and failed, so that got a big laugh out of my theater. I did think it looked cool, and it would be cool to like put on all that stuff and just walk around. Would be really, really funny. And then as well, something that I found hilarious, and my theater did as well, as one of the biggest laughs. When he defeats the evil queen lady, she tries to stab him multiple times and keeps telling him to come forward. And he tells her like, "Look, I already know you have a knife down there." And she's like, "No, I don't have a knife." And then she pulls one out really slow, and he just smacks it. It's happened like 2 or 3 times. That part was actually really funny, I thought. There was no Ender Dragon in this movie, and maybe they're saving that for a sequel. We'll have to see. There was an end credit scene. There was actually 2 end credit scenes. I'll only talk about the second one. The first one was just for comedy purposes. But Steve does go back to his childhood home. He knocks on the door, and a lady answers, and he is looking for a chest that he left there in the attic. And the lady who opens the door is a red-haired lady and introduces herself as Alex, and she's wearing a green shirt. For those who know Minecraft lore and are familiar with the game, Alex is the default female character. So Steve is the default guy character, and Alex is the default female character. They don't show her face at all, so for the second movie, they haven't cast her yet, and Again, they're most likely just waiting to see how much money this movie makes to see if they would be willing to make a sequel. So we'll have to see the numbers on Monday. But I hope this movie does make a ton of money. I don't like to see movies fail. Some of them definitely deserve to fail, but this one I think did its job. There were a lot of kids in my theater that really enjoyed it. I even enjoyed it myself. I thought this was a really funny movie. Again, some parts were really dumb and stupid, but overall, I thought it was great. As a Minecraft fan, I liked how they were really careful with the source material. They stayed true to it. So I thought that it was great. Let me know your guys' opinions down in the comments below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part or least favorite part of this film? And I'll catch you guys in the next one.